Good morning, my beauties. We are back at Disney's Animal Kingdom to discuss a lot of things, from all the new construction updates that were brought forth from D23, as well as to pick up the brand new annual pass holder magnet, which we will be picking up first thing because I know there's going to be a long line. And at the end of the day, we're basically going to be talking about the inevitable future of Disney's Animal Kingdom. Now, as we make our way towards Discovery Island, it's definitely busy, and that is, of course, because all of the locals are here, including myself, to get the AP magnet. But the issue that I'm going to talk about later is that it's just not busy enough. I will say, though, it is definitely a good day to come out here. But now we're going to make our way towards what will soon not be Dino Land, which will of course soon mean no more Donald's Dino Bash, and honestly, good riddance. As you can see right here, we have our sign for the AP magnet distribution. We'll find it up at the main shop. If we keep walking towards Chester and Hester's Dinosaur Treasures, we'll find some more signs for the AP magnet distribution. Looks like we're heading now around to the back, and this looks to be our line. Wow, there's literally no line whatsoever.
And there you go. You are all set.
Thank you so much. You too. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is adorable. So right away, absolutely no line whatsoever to get the newest AP magnet on day one. That's a surprise. But also, this shade of green is very, very close to my favorite shade of green. I will say too, I like how all the new pass holder magnets have the same animation style as the modern Mickey Mouse shorts. But I will be honest, is this my favorite AP magnet? No, but it's still adorable. Because for those who don't know, Timon is a meerkat, and meerkats are my favorite animal. But as we head back outside, I think we need to discuss the elephant in the room, and that is, of course, the future of Dino Land, and honestly, RIP. Now, if you didn't have the chance to check out the Parks and Resorts panel at D23, a lot of stuff was announced, particularly for Disney's Animal Kingdom, and one of those is the future of Dino Land. Now, a lot of this stuff has been speculated since 2015 to 2017, and it's finally coming to fruition. Now, taking from the Disney Parks blog, the two main things that are coming to the future of Dino Land is going to be Encanto and, of course, Indiana Jones. And we're going to find these two new attractions in what they're going to be calling the Tropical Americas. Now, looking at the Disney Parks blog post, we will find a new adventure awaits at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park with the addition of a new space themed around Tropical Americas. Welcome to Pueblo Esperanza. Now, interestingly enough, the land itself isn't based around an IP, but it's going to contain IP attractions. And the first one we're going to talk about is Encanto. If you're a fan of drawers, floors, and doors, let's go. The first ever Encanto-themed ride-through attraction is coming to Animal Kingdom, featuring the beloved Madrigal family from the Walt Disney Animation Studios film. Inside Casita, Antonio has just received a special gift, the ability to communicate with animals, and his room is transformed into a rainforest. It's time to go explore alongside him, and you never know what member of the family you might bump into. Now, I will be completely honest with you guys, this is the perfect type of attraction for Encanto. Obviously, of course, going to be based around animals, and of course, Antonio's gift is he can communicate with animals. I literally just said it from the blog post. Now, here's the thing. I've said it before. Encanto isn't my favorite Disney movie. It's not even my favorite modern Disney movie, but it's still a great movie. The songs are great. The animation is great. One of the most colorful Disney movies you will ever see. And what it sounds like with this attraction, you're basically going to be right in the middle of the movie. And what I mean by that is you're basically going to be coming in during the scene where Antonio gets his gift, which I think is going to be very, very interesting. So what I'm getting at is that as you go through the queue, you'll start to make your way through the story of Encanto. Then the ride, that's going to be the scene where he gets his gift, and then everything will go from there. Now, looking at some of the concept art, it looks extremely colorful, and that's the one thing that I'm excited about. Because for me, at least, I'm a huge fan of just bright, vibrant colors on an attraction. And looking around the completely defunct Primeval Whirl area, it looks like Casita is going to go somewhere within this area. Now, I'm honestly not 100% sure if those trees in the back are going to be cut down and they're going to make more space back there, but either way, I'm excited to see what happens. Because let's be real, we waited long enough for Disney to finally do something with Dino Land. Because for one, Primeval Whirl has been closed for a while now, and even then, all of these little carnival games, even Triceratops Spin, aren't enough to keep guests in this area. Like, this entire area has essentially been dead since 2018. And then as we walk closer and closer to Dinosaur, we're going to talk about the more important attraction coming our way. And after way too long of anticipation, we are finally getting Indiana Jones. Now again, looking back at the Disney Parks blog post, we're going to find a new Indy experience is set to arrive in Disney's Animal Kingdom and will be different from any other Indiana Jones experience around the world. In this new venture, the man with the hat has recently discovered a perfectly preserved Maya temple, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to explore it. He's heard rumors about a mythical creature deep within the temple, and he's got to see him for himself. So he brings us along on the adventure. But will there be snakes? We'll just have to wait and see. Now, if you're like me and have been very, very fortunate enough to ride both Dinosaur as well as Indiana Jones over at Disneyland, you will know that their ride systems are nearly identical except for just the shape and whatnot of the ride path. But aside from that, I am so excited to see Indiana Jones. Jones finally make its way to Disney in ride form, because obviously we've had the Sun Spectacular for years now. Classic show. But what we really needed was a ride. Now again, this one has been anticipated since like 2015, 2017. We waited long enough and we're finally getting it. And reading back on the blog post, it looks like we're gonna get a new story, which I honestly figured, because the ride system is the same, the ride shape itself is different. It only makes sense that we get a different story. But either way, I am so stoked for this attraction, and I hope you guys are too. Now, in terms of anticipated construction time, they're saying that construction is going to start this fall and everything will be finished by 2027. But that of course means we'll have plenty of time to ride Dinosaur until then. And actually, let's go ride Dinosaur right now.
Hello there. Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks. I'm Dr. Seeker, your friendly controller, and a heck of a paleontologist, if I do say so myself. But let's not talk about me. Let's talk about you, and how you can help me make history today with the Time Rover. It's like this. If I can bring you back from the Cretaceous period, it stands to reason that I can bring back a live dinosaur with you. And not just any dinosaur. Take a look at this guy. He's an iguanodon, and I'm certain that he is the key to understanding these magnificent creatures.
I tagged him with a locator during an unauthorized field trip. Otherwise, I'd be traveling with you.
Okay, now let's go get that dino. Computer, what are you tracking?
Styracosaurus.
Not our dino.
Warning, meteor shower in range.
Just little one.
Oleoramus.
That is called cannibalism, my dear children, and is in fact frowned upon in most societies.
Computer, full stop! Identify!
Carnotaurus.
Definitely not our dino. Go! Another big guy coming up. Computer, slow, and identify.
Sauropod.
Still not our dino, but at least this one's a vegetarian. Computer, what's happening?
Loss of traction.
Four-wheel drive, move it!
Warning, meteor strike.
Evasive maneuver! Left! Right! Left! Right! That was close! Computer, now what?
Carnotaurus. Iguanodon.
Forget it! Get them out now!
Asteroid impact.
Brace yourself! This is it! They're not gonna make it! They're not gonna make it!
Mission accomplished.
You made it! I knew you would, and guess who made it back with you? I better find you before security does. Thanks for everything!
Now, I really hope you guys are paying attention to how the ride movements were, and because of that, I think it makes enough sense to get a new story compared to Disneyland's, because not only will that just be a great idea in general, but it will also entice guests on both ends of the spectrum to check out both rides respectively. In my opinion, at least, it's just a good marketing technique. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I personally am stoked that we are finally getting something new out of this area. Because like I said earlier, the issue that we've had is that this area has basically just been sitting around collecting dust since 2018 when Primeval World closed. That ride was really the only thing that brought people to Dino Land. Dinosaur, maybe, I mean, that ride gets a decent line every now and then. The longest I've seen that line is maybe an hour. So personally, I think both Indiana Jones and Encanto are exactly what this area needs. Because, well, let's be real for a minute, Encanto would probably fit better at either Magic Kingdom or Epcot. Of course, Magic Kingdom, because you know, it already makes sense. With Epcot, of course, it would fit in World Showcase, no problem. But here, I can genuinely see it working. Now, I will say, if there is one thing in particular that I am not going to miss from Dino Land, it is Restaurant Sorus. And it honestly pains me to say that, because I used to love this restaurant. This used to be my favorite restaurant at Disney's Animal Kingdom, but now it is not even close to being my favorite restaurant on property. Like, I'm going to be honest, the food quality has gone downhill since like maybe 2014, 2015. It is just not a good restaurant. I even said it before, the chicken sandwich that I got a while ago when I moved down here literally tasted like a chicken patty that you would get in elementary school. Now, another thing that needs to be discussed, and honestly, I'm definitely excited about this one, is the inevitable future of It's Tough to Be a Bug, and honestly, good riddance. And it's not to say that It's Tough to Be a Bug is a bad show, because it's not by any means. It is just completely terrifying. I am literally 23 going on 24 in 2 weeks, and yeah, that show still scares me. You know what? I think we'll talk about it over here near the lemurs. Are they not out? Are the lemurs not out? Oh, now I'm sad. Now this time around, we are getting a Zootopia show. Now, I'll be honest, I would have preferred a Zootopia land like what they have in Shanghai, but you know what? I guess a show will do for now. And then, of course, going back to the Disney Parks blog post, I have to mention that every time, just so you guys know that it's not coming from my own mouth. And elsewhere in Animal Kingdom, there are more exciting updates coming too. The newest show coming to the Tree of Life Theater features Judy Hopps, Nick Wilde, and all their friends from Disney Animation's Zootopia. The show, Zootopia, Better Zoogether, will take guests on an adventure through different biomes seen in the film and opens next winter. Honestly, I can live with that, because I'll be honest, it is about time that we finally see some more underrated Disney movies make their way to the parks. Again, I would have preferred a Zootopia land. I think that would have fit in Animal Kingdom a lot better than just a show, but even then, this I will accept. And plus, I don't think this new show is going to be anywhere near as terrifying as It's Tough to Be a Bug. But in my opinion, I think the reason why Zootopia is the perfect replacement for It's Tough to Be a Bug is just the message that the movie tries to spread of being anyone can follow their dreams no matter what it is, no matter who you are. If you have a dream, you can follow it. And while I doubt that's what the show is going to be about, again, it's a good movie with a good message that everyone can watch, with a message that everyone can relate to. Now, as we start to make our way towards Pandora, I really want you guys to pay attention as to why I personally think the future of Animal Kingdom is finally starting to turn bright. And what I really mean by that is in recent years, Animal Kingdom has basically just been kind of meh, but now we're finally starting to see some things that can finally turn this park around. And then even as we make our way onto Flight of Passage, again, take into consideration, just how much this ride alone saved Animal Kingdom.
Welcome to the Avatar program. Soon, you're gonna have a chance to undertake an amazing Navi rite of passage, flying on the back of this powerful animal called an Ikron, or as we call it, a Banshee. Once we match you to an avatar, thanks to a special link chair, your mind will be able to control that avatar. Using avatars to fly this way was all figured out by my boss, Dr. Jackie Ogden. She leads our science team, which is part of the Pandora Conservation Initiative, and we're here in the Valley of Moara studying banshees and their environment. Okay, first we need to find the compatible match of your genetic material with the genetic material of one of the avatar bodies that we already have. Once we do that, you'll be able to link to that avatar and, fly.
Well, my beauties, now that we're out of Pandora, I want to take a few minutes to talk about why I think these new attractions will be what really brings Animal Kingdom back from its dark days. Now let's rewind it back to June 2017 when we visited Pandora for the first time, literally a week after the land first opened. It was beautiful, it was breathtaking, the attractions literally revolutionary. Well, at least one of them was, but even then, Navi River Journey, a fantastic ride, very colorful, very vibrant, love it. But Flight of Passage, in my opinion, is what absolutely saved Animal Kingdom. And what I mean by that is that back then, even nowadays, Animal Kingdom is just kind of here, if you will. Like, sure, it gets busy, but it doesn't get busy like the other parks do. And that's the main reason why this park always has the earliest closing time. And it's still the same today. In fact, today the park closes at 6. Normally, we don't really see the park open anytime past 8 o'clock. And the reason for that is because Pandora is really the only busy part of this park. And while sure, there are other e-ticket attractions like Expedition Everest and maybe Kilimanjaro Safaris if you want to classify it as that, but even then, those rides don't get anywhere near as busy as Flight of Passage and Navi do. Whereas with the other 3 parks, you have popular e-ticket attractions at all 4 corners that are consistently busy. Whereas with this park, the only busy section is Pandora. Everything else is almost dead. But even then, it's gotten to the point where even Pandora isn't as busy as it used to be. In fact, I haven't seen Pandora super busy since pre-COVID. Because while sure, Flight of Passage usually tops out at well over 2 hours on a good day, it's still nowhere near as bad as it was during pre-COVID times. But with these new attractions coming to Disney's Animal Kingdom, I think that is what will really bring the crowds back to this park and really keep crowds going on all 4 corners. And like I said earlier, sure, Indiana Jones would do better at Hollywood Studios. It would make more sense. Encanto would make more sense at Magic Kingdom. I think the reason why they're bringing those attractions over here is to attract more crowds. It makes sense. And hopefully, just hopefully, when these new attractions open in 2027, we will finally see later park hours. Because the last time we saw Animal Kingdom open well past midnight was maybe 2018. But that is essentially all my babbling about these new attractions and whatnot. At the end of the day, I'm just so excited to see what these attractions bring to this park. And I definitely think these attractions will bring Animal Kingdom back up. Well, my beauties, that is gonna wrap it up for this little Animal Kingdom vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed listening to all the construction updates throughout the park. And I will leave you guys with this. The future of Animal Kingdom is definitely going to be bright. Now, as always, if y'all enjoyed today's vlog, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell. Take care of yourselves, and we will see y'all next time.